Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Software Testing. My name is Knott. I'm happy that you're here today. Of course you have read it already in the video title. Today is again all about mobile testing and what Tricentis has to offer for us as a testing community. You all know that I'm a big fan of mobile testing and that my passion is on mobile testing. I wrote a book on the topic, I'm sharing lots of content here on my YouTube channel and also on my blog Adventures in QA. So today I'm really proud to show another really nice extension to the Tricentis product portfolio with you, the testing community. And if you're into mobile testing and you maybe use already some of the Tricentis products like Tosca or Testim, this update for today will be a real deal breaker for you, because finally you can have a complete end-to-end test automation chain within the Tricentis product portfolio. So let's take a look and let's jump right into the hands-on tutorial what I would like to show you today. So today I would like to present you the Tricentis Device Cloud. Yes, finally you're able to test your mobile application, your mobile automated scripts against real devices within a Tricentis Device Cloud. That's really cool. So you can not only test against the real devices, but you can also do much more. And I'm going to show you that in a second. So that's the landing page of the product. If you're interested, as always, make sure to check the video description to find out all about the link where you can get the free trial access for the Tricentis Device Cloud. And now I would like to show you some of the features on the landing page. And then in a second we jump right into the Tricentis Device Cloud as well as into Tosca to show you how the product is working. So the overview. So you can now finally level up your mobile test automation game with the Tricentis Device Cloud. So you can test on iOS, on Android, on a different set of devices, no matter what you would like to have. They have it in their portfolio. So all the different Android devices, different manufacturers, different operating system versions, as well as iOS devices, and including tablets. So you can now finally test against your native apps if you have them, or you can also test against your mobile web version of your product. So that's cool. But it's not only about just accessing the devices on the cloud. It's also you get some more features in terms of functionality and also usability and these kind of topics, but I will show you that in a second. So you get really real user conditions shown in the performance monitor section and the performance session. I will show that in a second. So what you can do with that and what are the big benefits of it. And of course, you can ensure the deployment goes on a larger scale when you would like to do mobile testing, because you can pick different data centers where the devices are located to use them for your need basically. So, but that's all about the product landing page. You will find again the link in the video description, and I would like to show you now hands-on what the Tricentis Device Cloud is look like. So I'm switching the tab and here we are. After you signed in to the product, you get access to the so-called remote control. Yeah, so it's a fairly easy overview. And basically we have three sections, or two active sections that you can use. First one is the host section. If you go there, you can see that I'm now connected to a host in North America and in the US Sunny Valley 1. So this is for me known. There are also capabilities in other countries if you like to have remote access to different data centers. But let's go into the device section. And as you can already see, I have two devices allocated, one Samsung device and one iOS device. I could also add more devices here, being it my own devices that I have already entered in my tech stack using the mobile agent, for example, for Tricentis. You can access them here as well to make them available for others in your company too. And of course you get some additional information. You can give the device some notes. You have the device ID, you get the host name, device, you can copy everything. You can have also access to a carrier provider. So in this case the Android device has no carrier installed, no SIM card, but the iPhone does. So you can also test on the mobile carrier networks. And then you get some further information, even the phone number that you can call to. And yeah, so that's basically it. And yeah, without further ado, let's jump into details of the device. So whatever you would like to do with the device, you can simply click Start here. On the sub menu is also really cool. You can start an Appium session to basically check with Appium, like what are the specific IDs of your application, to get some more details, and also to copy paste the selected code into your test automation based on Appium. I can show that in a second. So let's use the device. So we just hit the start, and now the device is getting booted up for us. And as you can see, I have the device up here, and I can use it with my mouse basically. Just by clicking around and swiping around, I can use the device to my liking. So for example, I can also go to the, I don't know, I installed the checked app because I was using that for some testing purposes. Can use the device, and that's it basically. Yeah, so that's really cool. On the right hand side, or on the middle part of the things, you can see like where the device is located. Again, you get some details of the device, you get some information about the manufacturer, and so forth and so forth. If you take a look at the right hand side on the tools section, we also have access to like basically it's a fast action control center, so you can enter a browser URL and then it gets open up in the device browser. You can also copy the information from the clipboard. You have some shortcuts to open the settings like this. You can take a look at the Wi-Fi. You can take a look at the apps. So just by clicking on the web interface, and you see it's almost instant. And you can also open up the App Store. I mean, of course, in that case, I'm not signed in, but in case you would like to do so, you can do it. You can use ADB shell commands, and you can also upload apps. That's great. You can do the same thing over here. Just by drag and drop your application, it will be installed on the device. In the automation section, you get some information on how to basically access the device from your IDE or from your CI/CD system. You can take screenshots. You can get access to the log files. You have direct access to the files of the device. And there are some more advanced settings for mini remote, or you can even switch off the device, change the volume, and so forth and so forth. So as you can see, you can do a lot of things. Yeah. What else I would like to show you is, I mean, the same thing you can see also on the iPhone, on the iOS device. So I would like not to go now into iOS. I'm sticking to Android for this demo. I would like to show you also the Start with Appium section. So this might take a few seconds. So whenever you click that option, you now get access on an Appium session on the device. And you can see here it's already starting. You get some information about the Appium inspector, and then you can see the Appium inspector is up and running. You can move that to the side for a bit, and then you can see basically the screenshot of your application. In that case, it's the settings app. I will stick for the demo for now that. And if you click there here, you get all the information about the, oh, my screen is too slow, I'm sorry, too tiny. You get access to basically the identifier, to the XPath, and you can use that for copy pasting to identify the elements in order to write your automation, if you like so. And you can also click the recording session. So if, for example, we hit that button, we can now perform some actions. Let's go, I don't know, go to connections, and then it's performing some actions, the recorder. We click here as well. We can see the details. We can click here, we can click there. Not sure if we can also click here and it's doing something. Of course, then we have to refresh the screenshot. And if we stop the recording, we get basically the actions that we have done listed. Oh, no, where is it? To basically copy and paste. Maybe it's too small for me now to see. Copy a big XML. Exactly, that's what you can do. So you can copy basically it to your IDE, and then you have the exact steps for Appium for your automation script. So that's also really beneficial, right? And that's basically the details that you have about the device. Yeah? And we come to that section in a second again. What you also can do, what I wanted to show you, is to start recording a session. And that's basically, you can do like some exploratory testing sessions right here from the device remote control. And if we say, okay, we start a session with network, so it's starting a remote exploratory testing session. And the cool thing is now it has started a session. And then, for example, we can open up, I don't know, we go to the Google Chrome in that case. We say no thanks. and then we can search for, I don't know, software testing, and we get some results. And then if we have save, we can stop this session, and then we get to this one, to the waterfall UI and to the issues UI. And I will come to that in a second, where I will show you some really cool things about the Tricentis Device Cloud. I will close it for now. We'll come to that in a second later. We will go then to the performance session and into the performance monitoring. But before we do so, I would like to show you how easy it is to set up the Tricentis Device Cloud for your Tosca instance, for example. So we are moving that to the side, yeah, like this. And then on the right hand side, I already have my Tosca instance up and running. And you know, like if you're like familiar with Tosca, you have like a plethora of functionality to configure your test automation, your test cases, your scripts and everything. And one cool feature of Tricentis Tosca is that you have this mobile scan. So if you go to modules, you have this scanning functionality. And in that case, we say, okay, we would like to record a mobile app. So we click that. So we're starting the X scan. You see that on the screen. And then we got to that to that wizard. And as you can see here, I already configured the Tricentis Device Cloud connection. So I already did that. And the moment you click it, maybe you have seen it here. I can click to the local one again. Now it's not working. It's fetching basically, oh, now it was working. It's fetching the devices on Tricentis Device Cloud. So in this case, it's the iPhone. And in the other case, it's the Samsung Galaxy. So we can select the Galaxy, checking that, okay, we would like to start using this app. And then the moment I hit connect, now take a look at the left side, we're establishing the connection. And you can see the device cloud is consumed. So we are now connected from Tosca to the device, to the real device. And our cool thing is now we can also take a look on what's going to happen here. So we get a live preview on the things that we are doing now with Tricentis Tosca. So I'll move that to the side so we can say, okay, let's do the scanning. So if you're already working with Tricentis, with Tosca, this should be familiar for you. So we get the X-scan functionality. So basically Tricentis Tosca is now scanning all the elements that the product is finding on the Android app. So in this case, okay, we can say, okay, we are, oops, that was too fast. No, that was my fault. Clicking all the elements, fetching, and oops, loading properties. We're fetching everything from the device now, all the details that you can get, and then we just hit the save button, and module has been saved successfully to the Tricentis Tosca. Then we can just say, okay, we close it, and then you can see here on the right side we have the scanned modules, the mobile app and everything, and we can use it in order to create our test automation with Tricentis Tosca. At the same time, as you can see here on the left side, the device was again freed up, so you can also use it again in another session, for example. Yeah, so that's the cool part. So then, if you are starting an automation script from Tosca Mobile and you have the connection configured to TDC, you can automatically trigger the test automation from your Tosca instance, from your CI/CD, and then the devices will be allocated, will be plugged in that case, and will be used, right? So that's the cool part. Sounds like a typical thing, but now finally you have a complete picture on the Tricentis family, on the product portfolio. As you can see, you can use it from the Tosca instance, and if you're a Testem user, you can also use it from Testem. And now I would like to show you the magic, what I really like about it. It's the performance monitoring. So the moment you execute your Tosca scripts against the Tricentis Device Cloud, everything will be recorded in the background for you and will put into the performance session section. The same is going to happen if you do an exploratory testing session. So you do some exploratory testing, everything will be recorded, this thing that I mentioned before, like the waterfall UI. And once that is done and you save the session and the automation script has been executed, you can go here to get some additional performance information. I think that's really cool. And as you can see here, I was playing around in the last few hours and days with the device cloud. So and we click on that button called Waterfall UI. And now we are seeing the performance session of that thing. The cool thing is now you get all kinds of metrics in terms of not usability, but user experience. That word was I'm missing. On the top right corner, you can see the recording. So the things that I have done, basically, you can play back. You can also rotate the device. You can pop it up so you have it on a separate screen. And if you scroll down for a bit, you get some really nice telemetry data. So you can see the impact time, and the moment you browse over the pikes and the spikes, you can see on the top right corner and on the video basically what I have done. In that case, I was opening up my website, while going through the things just to get some data here. You can see also the impact count on like what was impacting the loading times and so forth. You see the frame rates, you can see the concurrency of the things, you can see the connection, that how many connections has been established, you can see the download speed, the HTTP through. So you get lots and lots and lots of data that you can use in order to improve your app, your mobile product, your web product for mobile devices, on mobile devices. And I think that's a real game changer here, because you get really detailed telemetry data for you to improve your product experience, right? So that's really cool. And on the right, on the middle side, we see all the telemetry data. On the left hand side, you can see that now something is going on. It's analyzing. So you get also some hints and tips what you can do, what you can improve with your product that has been recorded in terms of test automation, exploratory testing. So Tricentis is using some AI capabilities and is basically scanning the data that has been shown or has been saved here, and it's giving you some information, some additional advices, what you can do and what you can improve. And this is still analyzing for me because I just clicked it. That's okay. So what I'd like to show you is that you get like lots of information what you can do here. And the cool thing is you can jump into each of these performance sessions. You can see, okay, that's an iPhone. I tested it with an iPhone, that session, that was a Samsung, and so forth and so forth. Also, another cool thing is if you go to the performance monitoring, for example, if you open that one, and you can create user flows. So you can say, okay, I have a user flow for, in that case, I checked my blog, and every time you execute an exploratory testing session that belongs to that user flow or to your test automation journey, basically, you can put the performance session results into that user flow. And then over time, that's the really cool part, you can see the changes of your application. So let's assume that's the first time we started it, then some hours later we did a deploy, for example, we were executing it again, our test, and we see, oh, something is wrong here. It took longer. Why? What's going to happen? And then you can dig deeper into the performance session to find out, like, what did we change and why it got worse or why it got better. I mean, if it's getting better, that's perfect, right? And as you can see, you get the spikes. You can click here, you can see the device ID, and then you can just hit the button, and then you go to the session right away in the waterfall part again, and then you get all the metrics, like what has been done, why it got worse, why it got better. And that's really cool, because that gives you, as a software test engineer, as a developer, or as a product manager, gives you the confidence that the changes that you have made on your product are the right ones, right? So that's the really cool part. And what else do you get from the Tricentis Device Cloud is you also get the usage. That's also important for some of you. You can see like how many hours or how many devices you were using, in which time, well, like what was allocated, numbers of days used, devices used. So that's basically for you and to get an idea, like if you're like use the allocated devices in the right way, and also in the long run to see like how many devices you need. If you, for example, see that you have 10 devices allocated, but you always notice that you need like, it's not enough capacity on the execution time, or you would like to improve or to have it more faster, stuff like that, you can just allocate more devices, and then you can see it in the usage as well, that execution is more parallelized and stuff like that. So yeah, and that is basically the cool new product update from the Tricentis family. Tricentis Remote Control or Device Cloud. If you would like to try it out, as I mentioned before, check out the landing page that I'm posting down in the video description for you to sign up. You can use the free trial to get used to the Device Cloud, see how it's working, what you can do with it, if it's the right product for you. And if you're already on Testim, for example, or on Tosca, that's just the right edition for you to follow up on if you would like to do like end-to-end mobile testing within the Tricentis product portfolio and to benefit from real devices in a real cloud to actually test on real devices, because yeah, you cannot run your automation on emulators or simulators, right? So let me know in the comments, what do you think about the product? If you have any questions, also leave a comments down below. As always, leave a thumbs up, leave a subscription to support me, and I'm really looking forward to present you some really cool upcoming videos in the next few days. The video list is long on my side, so make sure to subscribe and have a great day, a great night, a great morning, whenever you're watching the video. See you soon and bye bye.